everyone. Hope you're doing well. If this is your first time joining our show, welcome to Third Shot Podcast. And if you're a repeat listener, thank you so much for your continued support and welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe or follow our show on your favorite podcast platform. Whatever you're listening to us on, hit that follow, give us the 5 stars, and we love the continued feedback. So,
I was just saying 5 stars, 5 stars, everybody. It's subliminal for the people that are watching on YouTube. I'm holding up a big 5.
and for those watching on YouTube, we're joined by Elf Uncle Greg.
Actually, how? I'm ready. I'm ready for a shot, you guys. Let's
Sounds
go.
like you've already had one, Greg.
Well, you know, why wait?
Exactly.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Bridgie,
I
you look like
I
you're drinking
remember.
something. Oh, yeah. What's that?
I'm just saying. I remember the old days when we were not on YouTube and you used to have 2 glasses and you'd clink them together. I just had a
Oh,
flashback of that. Maybe because we're coming up on another episode that we'll be recording soon. There you go. Yeah,
There it is.
that was the
there's
old
the
days.
clink.
Nostalgia.
There's the clink for
That was the old
nostalgia.
days. Now we're on camera, so we actually have to
Yeah.
have legit glasses filled.
Well, Merry Christmas to you two. I mean, this is the episode right before, the closest episode we have to Christmas. What do you
That's
guys have
true.
planned?
That it is.
Yes. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody. This year, I will be traveling for Christmas. It's the first year that I'm not spending it with my family.
Oh,
Where
wow.
are you
That is
going?
big news.
It is. I will be traveling to Washington to visit my boyfriend's parents.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's going to be exciting.
it is. It's going to be beautiful too. I think it's like northern Washington, and all the pictures look like a Hallmark movie or something.
Nice.
Is it
All the
snowing already
trees.
up there?
It's not supposed to be snowing, thank goodness, because I don't know how to dress for snow. I always wondered, and I think I've asked a few people, but like,
That's so
if
Vegas
you
of
live
you.
in snow, like, what do you wear? Like, am I supposed to wear snow pants everywhere I go? And how do you manage that when you're inside of the place that you're going to? Like, then you're way hot.
There's
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say the locals don't wear anything different. They're like in t-shirts and jeans. They're like used to it.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, I grew up in South San Francisco in like the fog belt, right? So it was always cold, but I would be wearing shorts and t-shirts and it was fine. Like I was just used to it, but now it's like I go into San Francisco and I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm like, okay, this is just ridiculous. What am I doing? I'm freezing.
Yeah.
I think you just get used to it.
You get
That
used to it, and then you
I
get
wear some
unused to
thermals.
it, I guess, huh, Russ?
I guess so. Yeah. It's left me now. That and the sounds of because it's right next to the San Francisco airport. The sounds of planes. I notice every single one flying over that city now. Before I never noticed it because I was just used to it. It's weird.
I had
Weird
a
what you get
friend.
used to.
I had a friend that used to love watching planes, take off and land at SFO. And he would know like every model of plane.
Oh
Like he
wow.
was so into it. Were you that into the planes and you like knew it was a 747 or a 727 or whatever?
I never even noticed there were planes. So
Oh,
that was the thing. It's like it was just there, So it was just a part of. It's like
ambient
noticing,
noise.
like I don't know. It's just it was like a part of my existence growing up. So I slept through the planes flying over and never heard them, never noticed them. It's weird, but now I notice them. So I'm like, whoa, they put in an airport.
Since when?
Well, Bridgie's getting on a plane for Christmas. What about you?
I'm just doing the same old, just a little car trip. We're still working out some of the plans actually, but we do a game. We do like getting gifts for each other was always so like, okay, well, it actually became here's your $50 gift card and here's your $50 gift card and
Yeah.
it became this kind of silly thing. So we decided to do joke gifts and we do this whole pick the joke gift thing. We've been doing that for a few years with my family. Last year we introduced joke gift bingo where the joke gifts got so predictable or somewhat predictable, that we decided to create a bingo thing around it. So now somebody actually gets a real gift if they get bingo.
Oh,
Well,
so you all play bingo and then
toilet paper. Oh, somebody opened toilet paper. Scratch my number, scratch my thing up. So it's kind of fun.
oh, I
So
see,
there's really
okay.
So
one good gift and a whole bunch of joke gifts.
exactly, exactly. But the joke gifts are actually pretty fun. So they're entertaining. We'll just say that they're
Is there somebody in everybody's family that means well, wants to get you a good gift, but it tends to be more like, "Oh, this is kind of a joke." Like, why would anybody want this? Do you have any of that in your family, Russ?
um I don't know if I don't know. I mean, the thing is we've been doing this thing for so long that I don't think so. I mean, we do have we do have a couple of like people that will and actually there was a great Saturday Night Live bit this last week about somebody that gave a gift and then just immediately apologized for the gift. Right, where so I do know somebody that will give you a gift and then say, "Oh, well, I have the receipts." Before you even open it, like, "I have the receipts if you wanna take it back." I mean, you're probably not gonna like it. So, I mean, like, you see what it is first. And then I usually like it, so I've never taken anything back, but
Right.
yeah, we have that. Do you have somebody? It sounds like because you're asking that question, you might have somebody.
Yeah, I
Is
do.
it me?
Is it Bridgie?
No, 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 hint, hint, like I want something good for the no, no, you no, I'm just curious. I do have somebody, I'm not gonna name names, but there is somebody in the family that I don't know. I don't what's the thinking process? Is this a regift? Is this really you put a lot of thought into this? Is this like just something you had laying around? Like I just sometimes I look at it and go, "Thank you." And you don't wanna be
Nice.
unappreciative because it's a gift. I mean, my goodness, it's in
Right.
the right spirit of things. It's just confusing at times, that's all.
Okay.
So
Gift giving could be super tough though. Like I run into that problem too when I'm buying gifts for people and the pressure of picking
Mm,
something out that they'll like just I don't know, then it makes me buy a gift card. So
well,
yeah.
if no gift cards allowed, if you had to buy something for a pickleball family member
mhm,
or friend, what would you guys give this year? Let's
Mm,
say
what would we give?
under $50, right? So you don't have
hmm.
to, like, go crazy here.
Let's see. What would I get?
Do
Hmm.
you have something in mind of what you would give?
You know what? Okay, this is something that I would give and I think I would wanna receive, and
Uh-huh.
this
Okay.
is because I really wanna level up. I need a lesson. Like, I need, like, a
Oh.
professional, like, somebody that really knows what they're doing to just analyze my game and go, "Uncle Greg, what are you doing? You need to work on this." Right? Or, "Okay, well, you got the right idea, but your technique is off. You need to fix this, your footwork," whatever, something. I
Mhm.
would love somebody just to really knows what they're doing, take a look at me and just say, "This is what you need to work on." I would love that as a gift this year.
I like that. I feel like that's gonna be more than $50.
I was just gonna say, do you think that's under 50?
What are you
I
saying
like
I'm
that
that
idea,
bad?
but
Is
then you
that what
said the
you're saying?
$50, and I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know."
That's true. Okay, maybe I should up the, limit then.
Let's call
'Cause
Kevin Beeson and see what
right,
his
well
rates go.
yeah, exactly. I was actually gonna say before you set the limit was like one of those portable court things where you can take the net and, like,
Yep.
just
Oh, that's
set
a
it
good
up. I
gift.
think that's kinda cool.
Yeah.
Because I thought even, like, getting one of those and then, like, setting up in front of, like, your garage or a wall or something, and you could just play against the wall to practice or something, but I think it's more than $50, so I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, inside Richie's house, what do they you guys use the Amazon boxes, right? And you can use the
Yeah.
foyer, so it's not that expensive.
True,
You can,
that's true.
You
Okay.
can MacGyver it a little bit.
you can MacGyver it. Yeah, exactly. You get some duct tape out, you line out the hallway, and you're ready to
Okay.
go.
The kitchen is actually the kitchen.
Absolutely. How
You
about you,
know, I
Brittany?
I love to give a practical gift, like something that somebody would want to buy for themselves, but not necessarily spend the money for it. And I think pickleball shoes is one thing that a lot of players Like, it's like, "Oh, do I need them? I can probably just wear tennis shoes." But I don't think they're under 50 unless you get them on like, there's probably some really good Black Friday sales at the
Right.
True.
outlets. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
missed that boat. I was just lazy
Well, now
in
there's
a
the after
turkey
Christmas
coma.
sales coming up. So, the
Ooh,
26th, 27th, hit those stores.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Bridget, you took me to the outlets in Las Vegas, and I got two pairs, and the second pair was 75% off. So the second pair was less than $50 for sure.
yeah. See, there's
So
ways. Buy
yeah,
So there
myself
you go.
something,
So yeah,
someone
buy
else
yourself
gets
something
something.
and
perfect, perfect. I've noticed that okay, so before I really got serious about pickleball, I thought pickleball shoes really those shoes make a difference, like playing pickleball versus just regular tennis shoes or whatever, right? They do.
They
I
really do.
really, really do. It's not like you can just wear running shoes or just regular old shoes. Those pickleball shoes really give you the support and stabilization, and they've figured it out.
Mm,
And then when we were at the PPA tournament, I believe, who was out there? There was a shoe company out there, and they had some new models out. Skechers.
Oh,
Skechers was
yeah, I was
out
just gonna
there,
say.
and their shoes look good. Like, not only do they have the support and they're good for on-court performance, but they actually look really cool. They got a whole bunch of different designs.
They
nice.
do, and different colors too.
Yeah, and a lot of colors on some of those shoes. There's, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 colors on one shoe. It was pretty wild, but I loved them. I loved them.
Well, yeah, you guys did the whole live stream there where Greg
Yeah.
was cameraman. Everybody should go watch that live stream in particular and know that Greg was a great camera person. Just go check it out. I mean, it's
Yeah,
fun.
his videographing skills are,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
top
He's
notch.
he's got great skills.
Maybe not my best moment.
He might have been looking at some of those models. I don't know. Of
I don't
shoes.
know either.
Yeah.
Maybe I had too many shots before I started, filming them.
Oh
I don't know.
man.
But
All right. Well, now that you're turning red,
yeah,
Greg.
I matched the elf
Probably
hat on my head
you
right
do.
now
You
because
do.
I'm so embarrassed of my camera work. Yeah.
We should probably take a little break. So
We need a
what's
break.
coming up on
We
the
need a
show
break.
here?
Well, coming up after the break, besides me calming down and turning back to my regular shade of skin color, we will have Mario Gutierrez. He is the person who started the pickleball club that I'm a member of here in San Ramon, and he's done a lot of other things as well. So we can't wait to have Mario on. He's a cool guy and got a lot of good things going on in here in San Ramon. So come on back and meet Mario Gutierrez. Thanks for coming back from our short break. Welcome back to Third Shot. It's our holiday edition of Third Shot. And please keep giving us your gifts with those 5-star ratings on all of our social media and our podcasts that can be heard on pretty much all of the podcast apps, as well as YouTube. So, as I mentioned before the break, the guy who started the club that I'm a member of here in San Ramon. Some people call him the commish. Some people call him the founder, the creator. He is the person who started the Pickleballers here in San Ramon. Mario Gutierrez, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on here.
Thanks for joining us. It's so great to finally meet you and see you, although virtually. Uncle has told me a lot about you and a lot about how wonderful the club is. So I think we need a toast to Mario and the Pickleballers.
Yes.
Let's
Cheers.
toast.
It is a wonderful
Cheers.
group.
Cheers.
You look like you have a very good drink in front of you, Mario. What is that?
Maker's Mark. A little
Ah,
whiskey
That's pretty good.
in my little Tiffany glass here.
you're
Oh,
styling.
fancy. Mine's probably like $1 shot glass right now. We have fancy ones now, but I need to do the dishes.
I'm using our third shot
There it
glass.
is.
Yeah. Oh,
So
here.
Mario, Uncle probably knows the story and the history, but you got to share with us, what is your background with sports and how did you get started with the game of pickleball?
Well, I was raised in the south side of Chicago, and I was always this little chubby boy that was trying to keep up with all the more athletic, guys and whatnot. I started playing handball in Chicago right before high school and played some racquetball towards the end of my high school and was ranked 17th in the nation in open racquetball. So, me, paddles, hand, ball kind of go all together, right? And I heard about pickleball when my community built them, and it's been an addiction ever since.
Well, speak about your community. I'm guessing you're talking about the community that we're all members of at Canyon Lakes.
Correct. So it's for everybody out there. It's in San Ramon, California, which is a burb of San Francisco. And I live in a private community called Canyon Lakes, and they built 4 pickleball courts mid-November of 2021.
Gorgeous
Okay.
courts with lights, which
Oh,
makes a
yeah.
big difference, right? We can go all night.
Totally. I love when outdoor courts have the lighting because that just extends the hours of play that we're able to get in there.
Well, what makes it really special is our lighting is good. So we have other courts here in San Ramon that aren't the greatest, but our courts seem to do a really good job.
Well, speaking of those other courts, are you referring to the new courts that just got built
That's at Central Park, yes.
at Central Park? Well, I heard a rumor that you were actually asked to be on like a planning committee. They wanted to use your expertise to help kind of create these courts and build them up.
Correct. So the city of San Ramon, Jennifer Klaus, actually reached out to me, has seen if she could come visit our courts out here, asked me what I liked about the courts, what I didn't like about the courts, and give them any suggestions that they could utilize when they were planning out their 4 courts at Central Park.
Well, it sounds like they reached out to the right person. And little fun fact, but Central Park, I grew up in Livermore, so I was pretty close by. But Central Park is where I used to play kickball with Uncle. That was kind of our first team sport that we played with one another. And now we get to go play pickleball there.
That's right. And not only did we play kickball there, we won the championship in kickball. We were the champs of San Ramon. I forget what
At
year.
one point.
What year was that? I mean, it was a
I
while
don't
ago.
know. Probably like 2010 or something.
Yeah, something like that. But that was so much fun. And Central Park's just a great facility anyway.
Yeah, it really is.
They got tennis, they got pickleball now, they got softball, they got soccer, and they had kickball. Plus, there's a
And
great
basketball
park for the kids.
courts.
Basketball, absolutely. There's a lot
Mm.
there. Plus, there's a middle school right next door, Iron Horse Middle School, and that's where I kind of got started playing pickleball because they have on Sunday nights they had open gym. And they would always
Oh.
say, "Hey, you want to come by and learn how to play pickleball? Come play at the open gym." And when Bridgie showed me how to play, that was one of the first places I went to when I came back to San Ramon just to kind of try it on my own. And that's where I met a lot of the members, Mario, that were members up at Canyon Lakes, and they all said, "You got to be a member up at Canyon Lakes. It's so cool to play outside. You don't have to worry about the glare or all the lines that are going on inside the gym." And they're going, just get on the app, go on the Halo app and sign up and try to get on. So that's how I learned about the pickleballers.
No, now, how long were you on the waiting list? Do you
Now,
recall?
I wasn't gonna bring it up because there's a guy named Mario that didn't allow me on, but I was no, and then this is really a credit to the club. So I was on the waiting list for 9 months before I got accepted. So that goes to show you how many people want to be a member of this club. So how many members do we have, and like how many people are on the waiting list now?
So we currently have 162 active members, meaning people that have played pretty consistently. 69 non-active members, meaning they have not played in the last 30 days and activated their membership. The waiting list that you were on it's 123 right now. That is maybe a 4.5 year waiting list. So your 9 months, it's nothing.
Yeah, I
That
lucked
is
out.
incredible.
Yeah.
So Mario, you went from being a racquetball slash handball player to a pickleball player, but at what point did you recognize that there was a need for a pickleball club, and how did you go about starting it?
Good question, Bridgie. So, like I said, mid-November of 2021, my HOA built the courts, and they actually started a pickleball club called Canyon Lakes Pickleball Club. There was about 40 semi people that joined the pickleball club. A guy named Dave that was heading it up, but what he was doing was sending out videos, how to play, asking questions, taking surveys. I got a little impatient and said, I want to play. So I started pinging all the 40 plus people. Do you want to play? Do you want to play? And I got two guys that were interested in playing, Aaron and Mohammed, the co founders of the Pickleballers. And it got a little boring playing with those two guys, in all honesty. And I mean, I couldn't convince anybody else. It was just us three always playing. So on January 1st of 2022, I opened it up to the city of San Ramon, Danville, Dublin, Pleasanton, and we did free lessons on January 1st and 2nd, where I think we must have taught like 40 plus people within 2 days how to play pickleball, the rules of pickleball, and had, playing sessions. And here we are, people barely learning how to play, teaching people how to play. So, it was hilarious. It was fun. And, we are where we're at today because of, you know, three guys getting tired of playing with each other, I guess.
Well, and 3
Well,
is a
so
hard number to play with for
that
pickleball.
either
I,
there's gotta
I,
be
I know
one
that.
really good person or two really bad people
Yeah.
before it kind of works with three.
Well,
So,
the funny thing is that Aaron was always making up his own rules. He was combining tennis with pickleball and, Aaron's world.
well, so how did you get it from that first session where you're training 40 people to a point where there's a 4-year waiting list? I mean, were you marketing? Like, how did the word get out there?
No marketing. It's just being organized, I think. I mean, again, we're in a private community, so I have blocks where people come to play, and I allow non-residents to come and play. And it's great because, I have a group 1 for beginners, a group 2 for intermediate players, and a group 3 for advanced players. And so people play with their own skill level, and it makes it fun. So they go tell other people, hey, this is a cool group that I don't have to get my butt kicked every single time by, Uncle Greg and or or Aaron, who's an intermediate player, says, I have a lot of fun playing with other intermediate players. So I think that's what makes this club so good, and that it's private, clean courts, and good people.
Yeah,
I
I think
got
that's a great idea to organize it by level.
Yeah, and I gotta jump in when you said good people. I want to share something. Hopefully, we can get a good look at this. This
Heck
is an
yeah.
Maria.
this is an ornament. This is our holiday show, right? This is an ornament that one of our members, Maria, created and made for a lot of the players, and she was handing them out in the court, and I just love it. I think Maria does such a fantastic job. She does a lot of the medals. She hand makes the medals for our duper events and stuff. Maria's fantastic, so shout out to Maria. And it just goes to show you we have such a giving group of people that really are into it and want to support each other.
Yeah, and speaking of giving, prior to the show, Mario was sharing uh, how giving the club has been, especially during this holiday season. So, Mario, I think you should let everybody know, brag a little bit about how awesome your club is and what they're giving to the bigger community.
So we have 6 guards here at Canyon Lakes they one of our non-resident players said, "Hey, let's raise some money to give to these guards." Her whole goal was to give them about $10 to $30 each. They're each getting at least $100. One is getting 120, and I'm buying burritos for every single one of those guys. So hands out to the team for raising $620. And then about a week and a half ago, I started a toy drive for Toys for Tots. And within 8 days, we raised 251 toys that I delivered yesterday to the Marines and we dropped off. So there's going to be 251 kids that are going to have some kind of gift under the tree. So
That's
thank you,
amazing.
pickleballers.
Yeah, that is so cool. We do have a fantastic group, and like I'm just curious from you started it, right? You saw the origins of it to where it's at today. Like, what do you enjoy most about this whole journey that you've had and creating this club and seeing where it's grown to?
Um, I honestly, I'm a little selfish in that aspect because I didn't know a lot of people within my community. Now I know a vast majority within my community. And when I say within my community, I'm talking about Danville, Alamo, San Ramon, Dublin. I go to Costco, Safeway. I'm filling up my car with gas, and I'm seeing people who know me or I don't know them, but they've seen my pitch and they're like, "Excuse me, are you Mario, the pickleballer?"
The commissioner, right? Who gave you that nickname? That was a fun one.
That was Wayne Lowe, one of our
Oh yeah.
residents here. Yeah, he bought me a little commissioner shirt, Canyon Lakes commissioner shirt.
So interesting story about Wayne. And I told the story on our show before, but the interesting story about Wayne is that he used to work for my grandfather back in the 1960s at our Chinese restaurant. And we reconnect, or well, not we connected for the first time, but we figured it all out
Oh,
playing a duper event up at Canyon Lakes.
Oh, that's
wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
What a
So
small world.
it really is.
So
The pickleball, I mean, that's the cool thing about pickleball is like somehow it just connects people and Wayne and I are, difference in ages, but he knows my family and he was talking about my grandfather and my grandmother who had the restaurant and we were talking about when he used to work there before he went to war. And I mean, it was just such a cool bonding moment that Wayne and I had. And Wayne's just the best. Love Wayne.
Shout
I
out to
love
Wayne.
pickleball for the social aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Uncle mentioned Duper just now. So is Duper event something that your club hosts regularly? And how does go like what do you have to do to organize a Duper event at the club?
Well, good question. I don't actually organize any duper events. I have Sean, Maria's husband, who made the ornaments and our medals. He's in charge of running the duper events, where we hold duper events once a month for 3.0 and below and 3.0 and above. So it's something that we try to do to get more people together, a little bit more synergy, and playing a little bit more competitive.
Well, you mentioned the new courts in San Ramon. You're part of the planning committee and stuff like that, but you're also kind of running the club to support those courts as well, right?
Correct. So I have 177 members there. And it's not as organized, or it's not anywhere near as organized as the original pickleballers. It's more of a chat area on my Halo app. But one of the things that you mentioned is Iron Horse Middle School. Is I'm actually trying to work with the city to have lessons there. Iron Horse Middle the school gym, the gymnasium, could actually hold up to 9 pickleball courts inside of there. So I would love to do free lessons there for the community.
How cool. Uncle was telling me how great of an app Halo is and how wonderful it's been and like being able to get in touch with other pickleball members. And at first I thought it was Halo like an angel, but It's Hey, like Heylo. So for
Correct.
those listening and maybe wanting to explore options for apps on getting their clubs going, can you give us a little rundown on how Halo works?
Yeah, so Halo is an app where it has a section for topics, events. You could see all the members have benefits, and then a group section. And so I used to use text messaging to round up the gang on specific days to playing pickleball. I wouldn't be able to put that on a calendar. Then I went over to WhatsApp, and it was kind of the same thing. Can't utilize a calendar. And what this allows me to do is to have a chat area, to have you know, you know calendar. Everybody, all the members could talk to them each other by DMing each other. And then I also have a benefits tab where I provide discounts for products. So currently I have discounts for Engage paddles, carbon paddles, and pickleball central discounts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's very organized. Like if you want to, talk to anybody else, any of the other members, or you see when the different levels are playing, what times of the day. There's usually 2 or 3 sessions each day that are kind of already built in. So if you want to get in and play against somebody, there's always somebody that is interested in getting together and play, as long as it's not raining, right? So Halo has been a fantastic just to make sure that you never go without finding somebody to play with.
Correct. And then
It,
what I think the group really likes it too, it's like we have a poker night that someone's trying to arrange, and on the DMs they actually created a group of poker players that he wants to invite to his house. I know there's a group of ladies that have wine tasting and concerts or even dinner getaways. So this pickleball group has morphed into not only pickleball, but it's concert outings, wine tasting, poker nights, and just people getting together.
Potlucks, right? We had a Thanksgiving potluck. That was really cool. Yeah, I mean Halo is working really well. It's and we have a great club. Thanks to you, you really spearhead a lot of it. But what challenges have you had? I mean, there's had to have been some hurdles that you had to get past to get it to the point where it's at.
HOA has been one of my biggest hurdles. I have to abide by all the rules, and don't you allow strangers to come into our neighborhood or play our pickleball courts, right? Um, I've had a lot of sour apples, right? What I call sour apples, pickleballers that just didn't want to listen to rules, and I had to let them go. So I think those are the biggest hurdles I've had is my sour apples and HOA.
So you do have to let people go from the club, right? If they're just not following the rules, like you said, or they're not playing enough. I mean, there's so many people that want to get in, and there's only a certain amount of spots that you can fit because there's only 4 courts, and there's only a certain amount of times the HOAs allow us to play. So I'm guessing that you're going to have to, or you already do, figure out some way to kind of manage that.
You know what? The secret, don't tell anybody the secret sauce, is
Okay,
get
I won't.
along with the
Nobody's listening.
thank you. Thank you. Get along with the HOA president. Make sure you follow the rules, right?
Yeah.
And I do. We don't break rules, and when we do, I address them really quickly.
That's good.
It,
It sounds
it
like you
ran
all
great.
have a solid club. And I'm sure for the most part, there's like very few of those sour apples.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Oh. That'll be the next episode. Spill the tea. So, as we approach 2024, is there anything that you are looking forward to either changing or adding to this club that you have?
Not that I'm aware of. No. I mean, I just want to have fun. I want to make more competitive our group three. We have a small little group. I think there's only 39 players, and I want to get those players more advanced with the Central Park. I've played with guys that were just like blowing good, and I'm like, I don't have that kind of great players in my pickleball club.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things that Sean you mentioned that does the duper events was talking to me about earlier today, and I think I mentioned it to you. I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. Is potentially we're thinking about maybe creating some type of a league. I think that would be fun since
Ooh.
so many people are involved in doing the duper events. Maybe they would be involved or be excited about doing a league too. So maybe we'll see. What do you think
I'm
of that
open
idea?
for it. I'm open for it. Why
All
not?
right,
Something else in my backpack.
right.
Yeah, stay tuned.
So if people want to learn more about the pickleballers and get on this wait list, is there somewhere they can go to find out more information?
You know what? I did get a website, San Ramon pickleball.com, and they could go on there and it would have links to Halo. It would have discount codes. It would tell them a little bit how, the pickleballers started, who I am, who Aaron is, and Mohammed. Mohammed, I love Mohammed. I don't know how many times you've actually played with Mohammed, but I his nickname is Ballerina because the way he kind of plays is very flowy, and then he kind of gives that little tennis yell once in a while when he hits the ball.
Nice.
I love
That's
the
fun.
guy.
And then if he hits a winner, a little pirouette. I love it. Yeah, it all works.
It all works, man. It all works.
Well, thank you so much for coming on our show. We got to do one last toast, though, to the most exclusive pickleball club in Northern California.
And the most fun, most fun. I mean,
The
we have a
most fun and
most
well
fun. We
ran.
Touche.
have a great time. Truly.
Touche.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mario,
yeah.
for everything that you do.
Thank you, Bridgie and Uncle Greg.
You got it. That was a fun holiday show, and I'm glad that we got you on before the end of the year.
I'm
So,
glad I was able to make it.
yeah, and you wore your red. I wore my red. We're all good. Yeah. So, and thank you, all of you, for listening for Third Shots podcast, where Bridget and I will continue to share our pickleball journey. A special thanks to Mario. I mean, he does so much for our pickleball community in the area. And if you are interested, please go to sanramonpickleball.com. You're going to find out a lot of information about what we do and a little bit more about Mario. And please support this show by going on and giving us 5 stars. And we will continue to share our pickleball journey and share our love for the game. Let's grow this community together. So see you next time on Third Shot Podcast.